Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into one of the biggest, most debated mysteries in American history. Is there really gold in Fort Knox? I mean, we've all heard the stories, right? It's like this mythical place shrouded in secrecy, more rumors than an LA nightclub. We're talking about billions with a B, billions of dollars worth of gold supposedly sitting in a vault somewhere in Kentucky. But how do we know, man? How do we really know? The government says it's there, but they say a lot of things, don't they? Let's break down the top 5 reasons why some people are skeptical, why some folks think those vaults might be emptier than a politician's promise. This is some real X-Files stuff right here. Strap in. First off, let's talk about Fort Knox itself. This place is locked down tighter than a drum, man. It's like trying to get backstage at a Metallica concert, blindfolded with a tuba. Good luck with that. They've got layers of security, armed guards, the whole 9 yards. And don't even think about getting a peek inside, forget about it. The public? Shut out. Most government officials? They ain't seen nothing either. The last time anyone got even a glimpse inside those vaults was back in 1974, almost 50 years ago. A handful of journalists and politicians got a tour, supposedly saw the gold, but who knows what they really saw. Was it the real deal or just a dog and pony show? I mean, come on. With that level of secrecy, you gotta wonder what they're hiding, right? It's like they say, if you've got nothing to hide, you hide nothing. And Fort Knox is practically begging for a conspiracy theory with all that secrecy. Now the government, they claim they do audits. They say they check the gold, make sure it's all there. But here's the kicker. These audits are about as transparent as a brick wall. They're done internally by their own people. It's like grading your own homework and expecting a cookie for it. We're talking about a treasure trove of gold that supposedly backs up the entire US economy, and we're just supposed to take their word for it? There's never been a full, independent, outside audit of all that gold, at least not one that's been made public. Look, if you've got nothing to hide, open up the books. Let an independent team go in there, count every bar, weigh every ounce. Until that happens, those doubts, those whispers about missing gold, they're not going away. Now here's where things get really interesting. There's this theory floating around, and it's a doozy. What if some, or maybe even a lot of that Fort Knox gold isn't even there? What if it's been leased out, loaned out, maybe even sold off? Think about it, central banks, they lend gold to each other all the time. It's like a big shadowy game of financial musical chairs. But what happens if someone forgets to return their chair? What happens if that gold is gone, baby, gone? Some people believe that the US government might have had to sell off some of that gold during a financial crisis, like back in 2008 when everything went haywire. Or maybe they're using it to prop up the dollar, keep the economy afloat. It's all speculation, of course, but when you're dealing with this much secrecy, anything is possible. Let's be honest, a lot of this boils down to trust or lack thereof. The government hasn't exactly been a beacon of honesty and transparency lately, have they? It's like that old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, you're probably the government. We've seen scandals, cover-ups, all sorts of shady stuff going down, so forgive us if we're a little hesitant to just blindly accept their word when it comes to something as valuable as Fort Knox's gold reserves. And let's not forget the conspiracy theorists, man. They're out there, and they're convinced that the government is lying to us, that the gold is long gone, replaced with tungsten or painted rocks or who knows what. Hey, I'm not saying I believe them, but I'm not saying I don't either. You can't talk about Fort Knox without mentioning pop culture, man. Hollywood loves a good heist movie, and Fort Knox is like the holy grail of heists. I mean, Goldfinger, classic. That image of all that gold, it gets burned into your brain. And it's not just movies. You've got documentaries, books, all sorts of stuff out there feeding into the mystery, the intrigue. And of course, you can't forget about the internet. Social media is like a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, and Fort Knox is like a 5-course meal for those guys. It's all entertainment, right? But it also plants that seed of doubt. Makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's more to the story than what we're being told. So there you have it. The Fort Knox mystery. Is the gold really there, locked away in that super secret vault? Or is it all just a big fat lie, a giant illusion to keep the world economy from collapsing? It's a question that's been debated for decades, and it probably won't be answered definitively anytime soon. But that's part of what makes it so fascinating, right? The unknown, the mystery, the possibility that something truly mind-blowing is going on right under our noses. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you believe the official story? Or are you convinced there's something fishy going on? Hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the world's biggest mysteries, and I'll catch you on the next one.